G'day, welcome to the Feral Garden. My name is Conrad and I'm going to take you through my garden and show you some of the features. Let's get going. As we walk into the garden, one of the first things you'll notice are the wicking beds. These beds were put together about 2 years ago. The idea was, if we wanted to leave for a week or two, the beds would water themselves. And as you can see, plenty of plant life. Got some lovely tomatoes, got some chilies, cucumbers, beans, all going well. The next part of the garden is the aquaponics system. This was put together with ideas from Rob Gray up in Brisbane with his chop and flip system. This was the original chop and flip. Down the bottom, in the fish tank, I've got some goldfish, always up for a feed, plus one rather large koi, a very koi who's going to hide. I use this bed mainly for leafy greens. You can see we've got lettuce coming on. I do have some eggplants in there, plus some bok choy. And I always like to leave one bed empty. Seems to give me the best results. Particularly in summer, it gets very hot. And to help the plants, I put together a shade house. The hoop house is open at each end to let some air circulate, but it prevents the heat of the sun wilting the plants. In summer, the front is down, the north-facing side, and I'll roll it up in winter. A little bit more sun, a little bit more air in. This part of the garden is some of the newer things I'm trialling. The first thing is root pouches. The root pouches are kept nice and moist. Little baby swimming pools. Got some squash. Also got a cucumber in there. Up the back you can see some buckets of tomatoes in them. They're a system called Cracky, a non-recirculating hydroponic system. And down the front here I've got a couple of buckets that I've set up as wicking buckets. Another couple of root pouches down here. This time we've got chili plants and some capsicum. Up the back we have our herb garden. This is also set up as a wicking bed. Lots of different herbs grow here, and I put it up against the fence so that if anyone walks by and wants to grab a bit of sage, a bit of parsley, you can just take it straight out of the garden bed. If it doesn't get used, it actually gets very overgrown. This side over here I have some cracky crates. Got some chili, eggplant, strawberries, along with a couple of root pouches at the end. All of this is sort of experiments. I'm going to see what works and what doesn't. I'll take you through that. The garden shed is where I keep all my tools and all the bits and pieces I work on. Plus I've got some projects in here that I'll take you through as well. Like most garden sheds, it's fairly messy, but I'm basically putting together a solar system. Rather than put 240 volts out here, I thought 12 volts will be enough. And what I'm doing is reusing some of the camping gear that I've had. So I'll take you through some of those projects later on as well. The theme of the Feral Garden is reduce, reuse, recycle. So join me in future videos where I show you how I put the components of the garden together. I'll see you then.